Happy Wednesday, creatures of the internet. It's Marian again for the Diary of a Gender Fluid channel, and this week's topic is love and relationships and all these things I cannot deal with. I am terrible at relationships. I am horrible at romance. But I do know a thing or two about love. Let me explain. Apparently there's this thing called romantic, which means that you do experience some sort of romantic attraction, but the moment that gets reciprocated, you back out. Yeah, cold feet. That could probably be my middle name, actually. Commitment issues. Yay. So, I have tried relationships in the past, and they didn't work. I think the longest I've ever held was 6 months, but that was long distance. I mean, we'd only physically been near each other for a week. So I don't make that count as a proper relationship. I have had relationships with men, with women, never with a non-binary person for some reason. And not because I didn't want to, just because it didn't happen. Love, to me, should be a free thing. Like, I want to feel free to give love, and I don't care whether or not I get it back. It's just this thing that I need to do. I need to give love, and that's my problem with monogamy and its rules and regulations and restrictions, and the idea that you call someone your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your partner. I don't consider those people as quote-unquote mine. Complete with the air quotes. Air quotes! I don't consider people to be my property. I try not to think of anything as my property. Communism. I just don't like the idea of, here's this person, right? And I'm gonna love only this person. No one else is privy to my love. That's not love to me. That's romance. And romance kind of, I mean, within that definition, it kind of makes me sick. Like, physically unwell. I have been known... Okay, story time. Going into a Thomas Sanders Vine thing. Yay. Someone I fancied, that was, 4 years ago now. They showed up with a rose for me, and a normal everyone else I've seen around me would be like, oh my god, this is so sweet, and thank you so much, I will now put my tongue in your mouth. Me, I ran out of the building and cried. I used my then 19-year-old friend who had to leave for the train station, and kind of used her as an excuse to be out of the building. Rose still in my hand. I started crying halfway down the road, and yeah, it wasn't pretty. I did return to the pub I was at, and I did go home with the guy. We didn't sleep together, because I fucking chickened out. Which brings me to another point. I have this issue where I don't do relationships, but I also don't do one-night stands. Do you see the problem here? I'm pretty much aromantic, but I'm definitely not asexual. Frustrations happen, but more on that in a later video, I'm sure. I cannot give you any advice on relationships. I can't. Other than, don't do them. But that's ridiculous, because I'm maybe more or less aromantic, but most of the people on this channel are actually panromantic. So they are probably much more qualified to talk about relationships and gender and all that. I will say though, as a pansexual, I have had, as I've said, relationship with men, with women, and I've had a relationship with a trans woman, and just to get that weird monster out of the way here, she's just a person. Trans people are just people with normal feelings and sexual urges, if any. And yeah, it's a bit, if it's the first time with a new person, it's always awkward, but it's doubly awkward if you don't know what a person is and is not comfortable with. And this is as cheesy as I get. Talk to them. Communicate about sex. Communicate about relationships and how you want to do this together. Communicate about personal boundaries. Communicate about what you are and what you are not comfortable with. Not only sexually, but also romantically, especially if you're pretty much aromantic, like me. But if you're asexual, or if your partner, or one of the people that you are romantically involved with, is asexual or aromantic, talk, talk, talk. You have this wonderful thing called language. Use it. I don't think I have much more to say on the subject, so I guess this is it for me. I will see you next week. Bye!